Initial start of MLRes. Initial startup. The main interface will open to the Administration Main tab, and User sub-tab. MLRes will operate normally in demo mode, but you cannot create reports. To register this installation, enter the license name and license code as provided to you by Megalink. If you wish to publish MLRes-generated web pages online, then you need to fill in the required FTP connection information. Administration, Organizations. In this sub-tab, normally you will click the Import button to load the standard shooting organizations supported by MLRes. Now, select the Club sub-tab so that we can define the shooter clubs or country codes that may be assigned to shooters. Select the organization that we will import or define clubs for. Click New Club to define a new club, country code or other shooter grouping. Enter a unique number for this club definition. Enter club name or country ISO code, USA, CAN, etc. The other fields are optional and are mainly used in Nordic countries where monetary fees and prizes are involved. With this organization's clubs defined, select the Persons sub-tab to import or register shooters in the shooter database. Select the organization that we will be importing or defining shooters for. Persons sub-tab. In this tab, you can create new shooter entries by clicking the New button. This will create a new line in the list, and by clicking each field you can enter that shooter's information. As clubs are already defined, you can select the club for each shooter from a drop-down menu. You may also import shooters using the format outlined in the MLRes user manual. Once you have defined all the shooters, you can export them as a file, persons.txt, which you can freely import into another MLRes installation. From the main menu, select File, Competition to open the competition dialog. Click the New Competition button to launch the competition wizard. Enter the name of this competition as you want it to appear on printed reports. Select the organization of the shooting. This determines which courses of fire and default shooter classes will be available. Specify the number of individual standard events that are part of this competition. Normally, you will not add the number of finals events here, as you can specify a separate finals event be created when defining each standard event. We will use international classes, and since we are using country codes as club information, we will specify that shooters represent nation. If we had used custom club names, we would select shooters represent club. When you are satisfied with your competition details, click Next. We are now asked to specify the first shooting event. You must select the course of fire, whether you would like to have an additional finals event created and which electronic target system to connect to. Here, we will select a 60-shot course of fire. We will also ensure that we have specified Megalink's target system, ML2000. We will also specify that we want a separate finals event created. The current event we are specifying is now a qualification event for the finals event that will be created. When you are satisfied with your event details, click Next. We are now asked to specify the second shooting event. Select your course of fire and ensure that the selected target system is correct. Depending on your course of fire, you may additionally restrict weapon types allowed. When you are satisfied with the details of the last event, Click Finish. The toolbar. Select Interface Language. Refresh information. Search for shooter. Verify data. A handy sanity check to make sure that your event is set up correctly, that shooters have been properly enrolled and whether shooting results are being properly acquired from the target system. The tree view on the left displays your competition layout. The parent competition is at the top. Each shooting event is a child of the competition, each shooting day is a child of the shooting event, and each relay is the child of a shooting day. What you have selected in the tree, competition, event, day or relay, will determine the layout and information of the main tabs. If you select at competition level and then select the Setup tab, you will see competition setup. Likewise, if you select on event, day or relay level, you will see tab information related to that selection level. Having selected this event, the event details are displayed. Here, you can set a custom name for this event, specify the lanes that you will be tracking and specify ranking rules to be used. You can exclude this event from the competition. This will block data exchanges with your target system. You can specify if you are using predefined start numbers for your shooters. Specify decimal usage for sums. Specify whether this event is a finals event. These lists allow you to determine which classes and categories of shooters may take part in this event. Having selected the day of this event, we can verify the planned day for this event or specify a new day. We can add an additional day to this event by clicking the New Day button. We can add additional relays to this day with the New Relay button. When selecting the relay, we see the relay setup details. Set the planned start time. Set the planned relay duration. You can delete the relay if you need to. This button will adjust the start time of all relays for this day based on your setting for time per relay. This is handy if you have already created a number of relays for this day and then change the relay duration. You can also quickly insert a delay to the start time, based on your estimated relay duration. Let's delay the start time of this finals event. MLRes data exchange with MLRange. MLRes uses event IDs to distinguish between MLRange shooting events. Now that our competition has been created, we need to assign unique event IDs to all our events. Select the first event. Select the Electronic Targets tab. Set a unique event ID for the selected event. This same event ID must be used when creating and running this event in MLRange. If you encounter problems in exchanging information with MLRange, this is the first thing to check. Enable Activate Exchange for this PC if this is the machine that will conduct data exchanges with MLRange. Enable Activate Exchange for this competition if shooting results for this competition will be acquired from MLRange, not entered manually. You can determine how often MLRes will initiate an exchange with MLRange. You can also initiate an exchange manually as you wish. Enrolling shooters in a relay for an event. Select the relay to add shooters to. Then, select the Shooters tab. Click in the first name field to open a drop-down menu of registered shooters. Select the shooter that will be firing on lane 1. Now that we have added a shooter, we can see that the bar icon for this relay is starting to fill with red. This is a handy visual indicator of the enrollment state of this relay. Proceed to add all the shooters that are part of this relay. With our relay full, click the Verify Data button to ensure that our selections are correct. Our error count is 12. But most of the errors are no result type errors, which is normal because no shooting has taken place yet. If we see these type errors during or after shooting has taken place, we would need to investigate the problem. For the moment, we will hide these type errors. Here, we can see that the shooter on Relay 1, Lane 5 has the same start number as Relay 1, Lane 10. We also see that Lane 10 has the same start number as Lane 5 on Relay 1. We have mistakenly registered the same shooter twice in this relay. We need to replace the shooter on Lane 10. First, delete the shooter. Shooter categories. You can define categories, for example left-handedness, by selecting the root competition. And then double-click in the categories list. Enter a single letter code for your new category. Enter a meaningful description. With the category for left-handedness created, we can select any event in the tree and allow or disallow this category of shooter. With the L category created, as we enroll shooters in this relay, we can specify this category for shooters. Our new category is now available to be specified for this shooter. With the relay for our first event fully enrolled, we can lock the enrollment to prevent any accidental changes. Simply right-click on any shooter to display the pop-up menu. Select Lock Shooters. The bar icon has changed to a smiley face to indicate that this relay is full, locked and ready. You can change the default name for an event at any time. Select the event in the tree and provide the name as you would like it to appear on the reports. We will enroll shooters in our final event after our 60-shot men event has been shot, so we can ignore this event until then. Let's click the Verify Data button again to ensure that our competition setup is correct. Everything looks fine. As the shooting has not started, we can ignore the no result errors. With our competition ready, we can allow the shooting to begin. Select the Electronic Targets tab. You can force an initial exchange by clicking the Exchange Now button. Here, we see a log of the exchange activity. If you encounter any exchange problems, the first thing to check is that the event ID in MLRange is the same as the one you specified in MLRes. With a properly functioning exchange, MLRange will have gathered all shooter information for this relay. As the shooting proceeds, we can track results as they arrive in the Results tab. You can select each shooter in the relay list, and their results are displayed. With 60 shots fired on each lane, the relay for this event is finished. At this point, you can manually adjust any scores as required by clicking on a value and entering your change. If you are satisfied with the results, you can right-click in the relay list and lock the results against accidental changes or unwanted exchanges with MLRange. Select Lock Results. Reports. Select the relay to create a report on. Select the Reports tab. Before you begin to create reports, Always click the Verify Data button to ensure that all shooter and results data is error-free. With no errors reported, we can create our reports. Let's start by viewing the relay results report. This will display all shooters and their final scoring. The statistics report will provide a breakdown of shooter participation by shooter class. The participants report provides a breakdown of shooter participation by shooter club. The competition report provides the results for this relay ordered by ranking, and provides the information we need to determine which shooters we will enroll in our 60-shot finals event. The start list is a list of the shooters for this relay and which lane they have been assigned. This report is generally created before the shooting competition begins to inform shooters and spectators as to which event, relay and lane shooters have been assigned. Scorecard report. This report provides a list scorecard for each shooter. Graphics scorecard report provides a graphical representation of each shooter's target with plotted shots and a list of shot information. Other lists reports. This report provides a free-form method for you to create custom reports based on series, shot count and/or class. Here, we have created a ranked list of shooters for the first 30 shots fired. Team competitions. MLRes supports two types of team shooting. Best team, MLRes will calculate the team assignments based on the results of one or more shooting events and any rules you define. Appointed team, allows you to manually assign team members who will compete in a shooting event. In this example, we have created a competition with a couple of events. One 60-shot small-bore rifle event as well as one for 3x20 air rifle. When setting up this competition, we unchecked both national and international classes as we will define our own custom classes now. Double-click in the classes list. Enter a class name and description. We can do the same for categories that we want. Now, select each event and set which classes and categories are allowed. Check to allow shooters of this class. Check to allow specific categories. We will have 20 shooters from 4 teams and we will be tracking lanes 1 to 20. Select the Electronic Targets tab so that we can set up the exchange with ML range. Define an event ID for this event. Remember that this event ID must be used when setting up this event in ML range in order to communicate correctly. Enable to activate exchange for this competition. Our air event is set up in a like manner, but we will be ignoring the air event for this demonstration. Now, we will create a new team competition. The actual shooting event that is the focus of this competition is the 60-shot event that we have already created. Select the top level of the competition. Then, select the Setup tab. Click the New Team Comp button. A new team competition node appears in the tree. When you expand the root team competition node, you will see a child team competition node with a number as its temporary name. Select this child team competition node. Change the name of this team competition as you would like it to appear on reports. Set the number of shooters there will be per team. set how many of the highest scoring members will actually count in the team result. Ensure that the selected ranking rule is correct. Best team. Enable this if you want MLRes to select team members based on rules you define below. For this demonstration we will leave this unchecked and appoint our teams manually. We will have 5 members per team. Only the 4 highest scoring team members will count. Click New to define which events our team members will be coming from. Click in the Event field of the new row. Select the source event. Click in the Legal Classes field and put a check mark by all classes that are allowed for this team competition. Here you can determine the scope of this definition item. We will select 60 shot to include all of the shots of this event. Finally, we will specify how many of the team members will be included because of this definition item. For our simple example, we want all of our team members to come from this definition, so we will enter 5. Now, select the relay in our 60-shot event and then select the Shooters tab. Enroll all of the team shooters in this event. Click on the team competition we created. Click on the New Team button to define our first team. Select the club that this team represents. Click in the Shooter field to select club members. If no category appears, it is because we have not specified shooter categories when we enrolled shooters into our 60-shot source event. Let's do that now. Select the relay in our 60-shot event. The categories we defined earlier are now available as a drop-down menu. After we have assigned a category to our shooters, reselect our team competition. The category for this shooter now appears. Click New Team to define the next team. Continue until all of your teams are defined and your team members are assigned. With all of our teams created, let's select the Reports tab to see our team lineup. Select our team competition in the tree. Remember to always click the Verify Data button to ensure that your shooter enrollment is correct before generating a report. Note that Team Competition Report is automatically selected when a team competition is selected in the tree. Click the Preview button to view your team lineup. Now that we have our team competition set up, let's lock the shooters for the source event and let the shooting begin. Select the Results tab so we can review the results as they arrive. With the shooting finished, we can right-click in the shooter list and lock the results. Back in the Reports tab, click Verify Data again so that we can ensure there were no problems with the results exchange with MLRes. With no problems detected, we can now generate our final team competition report. Our teams are now ranked by total team results and individual totals are displayed. For additional information related to team shooting, please refer to the MLRes User Manual. Prizes tab. MLRes supports the collecting of entrance fees and the awarding of monetary or item prizes, like trophies. Please refer to the MLRes User Manual, available at www.megalink.no, for details. Web tab. MLRes can generate both an audience web that you can define, as well as a static web that can display scorecards, either list or graphical, for each shooter. Please refer to the MLRes user manual, available at www.megalink.no, for details. Thank you for watching this training video. If you have any questions or comments, please contact us at support@megalink.no.